Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm on the ASMPT booth, but more particularly on the area of critical manufacturing. Michaela, it's been 5 years since the acquisition. Tell me a little bit about how that's been and how the integration is, and how access to maybe such a large customer base has been influential to your business.
That's a very interesting question. So basically with the MES we support the end-to-end process, and since we are part of ASMPT, we have a very deep knowledge right in the SMT area, and having very good closed loops with ASM software, especially also going then very deep down in terms of integration in the SMT area.
Yeah, it's really interesting. At the moment, we've been talking about Industry 4.0 for 10 years. It feels like we should be making even more progress with that. But it's been a lot about gathering the data from the line, and we seem to have got through a lot of that process with respect to standards and moving forward on that. So once you have that data, what are you able to do with it? How are you able to manipulate it? And what are the kind of tools you're using to do that?
That's actually the trend, I think, where it is going right now. So we have many activities seeing on the market trends going in that direction of big data. So basically what we are doing there, I think the first point, what is very important, is to create a solid base to capture a huge amount of data, kind of, I would say right now, unlimited data. I mean, right now the machines are so advanced that they can sense so many informations via sensor, and then in the next step you kind of need to contextualize it. So especially when it comes right now to our offer in terms of big data, we have an integrated IoT data platform and a very, one single solution approach when it comes to the MES. And if it's working in this kind of integrated way, then you contextualize the data at the moment when you save them. And then you have a very powerful basis in terms of following up with the data. So you can go in very advanced analytics, and then you can directly influence with your results the physical world, and you can go into machine learning algorithm. And if it comes to the speed, so imagine, for example, what is Uber doing? So they are kind of gathering weather data, traffic data, and so on, and they give you in a very, very fast manner already results about pricing, about your way. So we use similar technology to basically make this fast speed of reaction then possible in manufacturing environment.
Okay, that's really interesting. So when I look at what's going on in manufacturing environments at the moment, particularly EMS companies, the challenge for them seems to be to drive more efficiency, drive scale, but also do that with a limited amount of talent. Getting new talent is difficult. They don't want to spend too long training them. How important is that in the way you design your product?
I think that's another trend we identified. So it's going a lot in the direction of flexibility, scalability, and to make the product as easy as possible to use, right? So we have it on the one side in the features that we provide to the operators or people using then the system on a daily basis. So basically, for example, if you have a rework activity and the AOI is identifying an error, this is getting supported via ECAD files. So this is identifying then the error and sending this information directly to a rework station. As an example, we have then the reference spare part, the reference checklist to that. So things get very easy because you always have this data that are supporting your decisions and action on a daily basis. So besides that, I think what is very important, we have a very easy way in terms of modeling the solution. So it's a low-code solution, and we do not need to have this strong knowledge to basically scale the solution. So if we have, for example, deployments in a multi-site approach in other sites, we have deployments also via containerized deployment, what makes it very easy and fast to do your deployments. So you can decide whether you want to have it in the cloud, on-premise, and within minutes you can do updates or deployments of the entire solution.
Yeah, that's really important, isn't it? And when you look at the industry, particularly here in Europe, you have very small single plant players, you have multi-plant players, you have some players that have got 1 or 2 lines, some that have got, maybe a dozen or more. You have to be able to provide a service that's tailor-made for each one.
Exactly, so that's a huge challenge as well, to cope basically with all the requirements of different industries. I think we have a very good set in terms of process coverage and also industry coverage, and it's very complete in terms of features. I think what is very important as well is the architecture. So that is in the solution, because this is basically like very lean and is providing you this quick reaction. I mean, most of the customers have the challenge right now to change a lot or to change fast to react to the requirements of the market, and within this powerful architecture that is behind, like with the integrated data platform in combination with a complete one single solution of the MES, you are very good to go in that direction.
Fantastic. Well, Michaela, thanks for your time. Thanks for spending a few minutes here at Productronica. I hope the show is good for you, and I hope we can talk again soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.